to go. Let's go. Right then. Let's go back into. 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 Elden Ring. Where on earth was I? Alright, I was at the artist shop. And right now I'm looking for... I think around here is supposed to be a Slender Stone tube somewhere. First things first, let's get this new Grace. It's going to be mildly important later because over here is a guy you can talk to.
Hello? Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the True Order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Erdtree, grant me succor. Ah, you've come
I
to
love the way
lend me
this
your
guy
aid,
speaks,
have you?
by the way.
Well, that's very kind, but no. No, the help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the True Order.
Yep, you have the right of it.
Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood. What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye? My fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward. Fret not. The great Kenneth Height is known for his considerable largesse. The celebrations will be lavish indeed upon the dawn of my fort's retrieval. Yes. Now, allow me to furnish you with a little advice. I would take great care to avoid Godric's tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the sake of grafting. Honestly, Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man. Has he no shame, the big girl's blouse? And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage. Though you almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it.
Ooh, that's scary. Alas, poor Godric. A man desperate for power, desperate to claim some of the status of his powerful brethren. But he's simply not able to. What a shame. Of course, at our current level, he's a little bit more than what we can handle. So I'm just going to run around this whole area. Down here in this church, in this decrepit church area, and across many churches, you'll find these things called sacred tears. Right here, where the statues of Marika are. But this one is special because you pick up this item called a Flask of Wondrous Physic. And that allows us to give us a temporary buff. You can get all kinds of buffs from these items. But before that, let's talk to our maiden again.
Spoken echoes linger here. Words of Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you. Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance. Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment. Share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
I think I'm gonna rush faith. Technically, I'm supposed to level vigor first, because that's gonna govern our survivability. But I think I'm confident I'll probably be able to last long enough with my current HP. Right then, since we're in Mistvale, these interesting little woods down here by Limgrave, first thing is first, and there's there's a special someone that we can meet nearby where this giant tree is. This place will be for later on. It leads down to a new area that we're not going to explore yet. An area that I don't really think we need to explore just yet. Okay. Yep, and around here was a couple of crystal tears, a couple of... Well, there are those scarabs for... Oh. I always forget about this scarab in particular. Ground snap, or butt snap attack. I'm gonna go for that item. Yep, the bear didn't notice me. That's a victory. Another rune bear. General piece of advice is you don't really want to mess with any of the giant bears in this game. Most of them are, for lack of a better term, pretty scary to fight. Lots of HP, lots of damage. Can keep pace with Torrent when you aren't looking. I almost forgot that I'm supposed to get something from Kale first. That merchant we ran into much earlier in the game, and I'm going the wrong direction. This is supposed to be south. Actually, you know what? Let's just head over back to the Church of LA, the church where Kale is. We talked to him. He's going to give us a jester ruling.
Wait, weren't you? Well, you're back. Care to buy something? There are others of my people who yet survive in these lands. If the mood takes you and you meet one, then offer them some trade, won't you? My people, wanderers all have long been spurned by the grace of gold, which is why we cannot settle, but instead are forced into this pitiful, unceasing journey. But thanks to that, things are not so different for us now, though the Elden Ring is shattered. I think this makes us kindred spirits of sorts. Your people, the Tarnished, and mine. Perhaps you don't need to hear this, but see that no harm comes to my kin. We have a saying, we wanderers. Lament not your solitude. Expect no sympathy, no regard, nothing. But if anyone dares harm us, show them no mercy. That is our code, so to speak. Just the way we are, deeply unforgiving.
Yeah, that's fair enough. What I've seen some people do with these merchants is I've seen people just like kill them, like just to get their bell bearing drops. And once you do that with all these merchants, you'll be able to just buy their stuff in the round table hold. No need to fast travel anywhere. In a way, it's pretty convenient, but like, I don't really do that myself personally. And most of these merchants don't really sell stuff that I need desperately to begin with. And by the time that I find them, usually I have the runes to just get whatever they need. So
the howl of a wolf in the mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Oh, don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
And your inkling is pretty correct there, Kale.
Goodbye for now.
Right then, let's set a marker for Blythe, and actually meet him properly this time. And important thing you'll need to know for Blythe is do not kill anything in this forest. I did that in my last run, and that aggroed him, and then I had to wait until I got access to like Celestial Dew and access to like oh, there he is. Hello there.
Who goes there? Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrow. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Yes, he is. And you're absolutely right, Blythe. A couple of things we'll need to grab whilst we're in here. That's not quite it. Run. The Axe Talisman, which boosts our charging attacks. Not the most useful thing on this particular Right, looks like he moved just enough for us to run away and sneak out. I think nearby is definitely another merchant. I don't remember what he had. I think it was something that was like mildly useful for our purposes. First things first, I'm going... Nice try. One thing I forgot to do before this, which is a little bit embarrassing, but I think a time saver thing I can do is grab this grace right here. That way we won't need to make the journey all the way back from Mistvale. And then let's run, gallop. Let's grab this golden seed. Get rid of that demi right there. Time to race for 900k runes, I guess. Let's go. We've already fought these guys before. Where did you come from? You know, I should probably like make my flask of wonder civic. I do have strength, and I do have like a healing tier, and that could be helpful. Graceless now. Yep, Pumpkinhead. I have an idea. This is gonna be so smart. He's never gonna see it coming. Come on. Come on. To fly down the thing. Anyways, I could technically just fast travel out of here. I could just... How did that guy die? I could just fast travel out of here, but I think I'm gonna grab this first. Sure, I believe you. Yeah, totally necessary. Right then, let's find that merchant. Okay, that was a steeper drop than I was expecting. Right then, now that that's done, let's say hello to the merchant again, properly this time.
Ah, welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Welcome, valued customer. Come, trade in our wandering emporium. Please, buy something. I'm hungry. I've been hungry so long. Please?
Now, what does he have? Smithing stone 1, a hand axe, and a couple of cookbooks. These could be useful if you're using these kind of items. The Exalted Flesh provides a sort of buff. I don't remember which, but it does give you a I think it was a body buff. The Bestial pot is good for handling like beasts like dogs, I think. But generally I don't use these items. I think I will buy a couple of spinning stones from him though, so now that we're here, and now that we've got this guy like sorted, first things first, let's talk to our good buddy Kenneth Height. Hey, Kenneth, guess who just got murdered?
Did you manage to recapture my fort? Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend. Well done indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Yay.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Erd Tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind, under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Haight, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch. Ah, yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erd Tree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not? Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erd Tree blessed.
Perfect, perfect. Now that we've done his quest and have his whole stuff established, next on our list of things to do is figure out where the death. I think it's called the Death-Touched Catacombs. That is what I was looking for last time. Figure out where that is, because that place is where we'll get a specific katana. One we'll need to handle. One that I think will go well with our bleed stat. Additionally, if I want to keep using melee weapons, I'll need to explore like this general region, because Caelid has a specific whetstone, like that gives you the fire and flame art affinity, and that lets you scale with faith, which will be our highest stat for the time being. At some point, I will need to switch to an occult weapon, I think, because those weapons will do damage based on arcane, which is going to be our highest stat, because I'm doing a dragon like Mancer build, which means making good use of the dragon communion seal, using the dragon spells that you can get from a church somewhere down here in this general area. I could just head over to Caelid like literally right now. I just have to go through here, take the spirit spring that leads you up there to this place, follow the path along there, and then just follow this whole path. But before I do that, I think it'll be wiser probably to just head to down to this path. This will take us down a few spots. We followed this path. Where is the next area? You know, this really is a beautiful game with some stunning art direction. Like, you look all around, everywhere is a point of interest. The map has a lot of good, what's the word, verticality to it. I'm amazed. gets him off his horse immediately. This weapon edge is awesome. Right, so we have two paths. The path over here, I think is what actually leads to is what actually leads to, wait, I think the scarab is already closer than I realized. Because I can hear it. There you are. Send you flying.
Oi! You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
Huh? I think my favorite thing about this specific item here is that it's there to just specifically to bait you to see this tree. And that leads to leads us to this lovely chap over here. This is Bach, the demi-human.
Yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bach. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, when they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me. Or
Man,
could
it's okay, Bach. I forgive you.
And bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
Right, I think now that let's find the Grace is already nearby. Perfect. Right, so let's keep moving downward then. Right, I think let's do a little like side activity. First, let's do what we do with multiple and break them. Oof, the Cadane horse guy is turning around. Oh wait, no, he sees me. He sees me. He keeps ignoring me for some reason. Okay, I still have some control of the situation. This is throwing me off my game, you bastard. Okay. Let's heal ourselves a little. We're out of flasks, so I am going to do this. I have a sword too. You know, after all this time, I still have no clue what Grace Mimics do. Okay, so I think one thing what I love about this whole Elden Ring map is that there's something about the way this game is designed that everywhere you look, there's a point of interest. You see areas that just draw your attention out in the distance or nearby. You'll see, even from here, you'll see that whole big structure there, that big, the whole arch tree. And up in that corner, like directly ahead of us, but like still far away, is actually Stormvale Castle. And that's going to be our ultimate destination for the time being, but for now I'm going to do like a few stops along the way because the guy who's sort of guarding that area, bit of a tough guy, I can't lie. You know, after this, I probably should like level my vigor. We're not going to fight this guy either. We could. He does drop an item that we'll need for reclassing, but we don't really need to deal that. We don't really need to do that because he's a bit of a problem. The reason I'm prioritizing these guys first is because their poke is pretty annoying to deal with whilst you're fighting these knights and those Cadane militia guys. I think they both hit me at the same time, and that's why I died. Well, I think we got the item that we probably needed from there. The Royal House Scroll, which gives us some items. Which, thinking about it, I won't really need since I'm going on a faith build. Oh well. I dismounted? Oof, and I was just outside of the stake range too. That's sad. I feel like I'm getting sidetracked easily. Oh no, my 800 ruined. Well, since I lost all my runes, actually no, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try and grab what's in that chest. Hooray, we got all our 0 runes back. The great EP. I don't know what that's gonna do for our build, but it's a fun weapon, I'll say. Now that we've taken care of the items dropped from there, with style and without dying, in case anybody asks. First things first is we're going to summon Blythe.
Darrow, rotting in a cell is no true justice.
For some reason I always struggle fighting these bloodhounds. So I'm summoning Blythe to help me out.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
Yay, Summerstone 2.
Oh, yes. I should say, if you venture north to Raya Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon.
Thank you, Blythe.
That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways.
I wonder if I have enough runes to level up still. Actually, it's just easier if I do this, I think. Right, so next on our list of things to kill and people to find, we're going up this area again, I think it was. Yeah, this is close enough to where we need to be, I think. I think let's ignore the pack of wolves here. Let's just not mess with them, I think. Here we have the Waypoint Ruins, the home to a number of Miranda sprouts who spit poison and fire and, well, mostly poison and lasers. It's just that they're weak to fire in particular. I probably should have leveled up first, but... Gave me a little more trouble than it should have, honestly, but it's fine. It's cool, it's awesome. Let's open this door, and who's that waiting behind door number one?
I wonder you should turn up here. I am Selen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here? Ah, a yen for glintstone sorceries. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal. Oh well, perhaps nurture will defy nature, with a bit of luck. But one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Raya Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me?
But of course, I want to learn from you. I want to learn from you, Miss Selen.
Very well. You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
Right, where now? The next thing we need to do is... next on our list of things to collect. I think it's either here or at the underpass where there's someone we optionally can meet. Someone who will be helpful for our quest later on. not enough depth to use it. Not enough, not enough depth to use any of these weapons. Dang. Here's a samurai.
You must be the new tarnished. You do well to steer clear of a gill lake, fledgling. A dragon roosts there, and it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad, or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake. Don't be a fool. Turn back before it's too late.
You know, you made a great point there, Mr. You make a point. The words are difficult. You make a great point there, Mr. Yura. It would be foolish to just up and fight a dragon just like randomly for no reason. Yep, it definitely would be idiotic to do that, wouldn't it? Most definitely. It's something I definitely shouldn't do at my early level. No, not at all. Yep, not enough HP to use them. Kill a dragon, die to rats. Excellent, excellent. I keep dying to the rats. I just can't see where they are. I think I'll just ignore them. I die for nothing. That's the treasure chest that leads you to a chest in Caleb you're just not prepared for. But somewhere else just around this general area is a treasure chest that does contain like an actual reward. Like a totally different treasure chest. And I believe it was here. Right, down, down, down we go. The twin blade. And like the only other weapon we can use at the moment. To make it more usable for this build, I will need to find the whetstone over in Caleb. But I think like just this early base level, what we have now is definitely good enough to handle like the early game challenges. Yura, you'll never guess what I did, Yura.
Beautiful work. Felling that dragon. And as such, there's something you might like to know. The heart you brought back. It's used in dragon communion. If you should find yourself overcome by hunger for the heart, yearning for its strength, then seek the decrepit church on the little island off the western coast. You must not forget, though, those who partake in dragon communion will one day shed their humanity, their hunger for dragon, their yearning only worsens until the floodgates burst, unleashing eternal torment, the strength of a mighty dragon. Magnificent, but deadly. It's no surprise that dragon communion is ruinous. You must not forget, though, those who partake in dragon communion, their hunger for dragon, their yearning only worsens until the floodgates burst. The strength of a mighty. It's no surprise that dragon communion is ruinous.
Sounds dangerous, but honestly, getting taken over by such a dangerous thing sounds like a skill issue if you ask me. Where is that Grace? Because there is another Grace somewhere here. First, it's customary. First, you see this dog. It's customary that you upload messages that tell you about the dog, 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 dog. I wonder if there was anything else nearby that we needed. I think down there was a beach that led to I think down here is a beach that leads to the Gravitas Ash of War. Where was that? What's it called? That Spirit Spring. You might have noticed that you die to just fall damage all the time. If you just jump down anywhere just all willy-nilly like that. I missed. So what you will need for places like these is to find a Spirit Spring. You can just jump down, just safely hop down. Okay, since all the bloodstains are down there. Oh. Oh, well, why did it? Oh, whoa. Yeah, hooray for jumping. Oh, I see. Right then, there's our target. I should probably upgrade to giant target something. Whenever I remember where that is, that Ash of War, as you poke upwards with this big giant poke. I also thought there would be like what's it called, a gold-toed owlfoot. I think we will need one of those, just for a little shortcut in terms of power. What's next on the list of things to get? it was. I don't know why my mind's blanking, but our next target is probably the Roar Medallion, all the way down in limgrave tunnels. Could I aggro a crab or something? Yeah, those giant crabs are a bit of a problem. They are faster than you think they are. They hit hard. They can snap you from a distance. And then there's the shrimps who can snap you from even further back. Believe it or not. I'm going the wrong direction again. And after that, what's down here? Another giant crab. Let's go elsewhere. Right. Let's boost our arcane levels up a bit. What actually got these people? Right, let's basic platforming done. This is a great place to get early smithing stone ones, by the way. You don't actually. York. York. You know, these pickaxes look like they hurt a ton. Let's not get hit by that. Down the elevator. Righty-ho. Swat away the dog. Yeah. Right. Let's take care of you right quick. That's right. Down you go. Nope. You know, a lot of walls in this game look like they're hidden walls. like they're invisible and are hiding something important, but they're just not. Easy, please. Right, our true target should be somewhere down here. Let's go. More smithing stone around. I don't think I've ever seen that attack before. He just tried to blow me up. Now that that's done, I think our next enemy should be quite simple to handle. But I'll take it. He's a little mad. Yeah, very mad. Yep, very, very mad. It's of no consequence. I'll just get him in the next run. Wait, hello? All right. Don't know where the lever was, but I guess we gotta send this thing back up each time, huh? You know, I thought the stake would be like right outside the boss room, but it seems not. At the very least, I didn't aggro the dogs this time, or the miners. Run, run, run. Did you just not run? Once more from the top. Drink our flask. bigger troll. Next thing, chat, is probably pretend that was my first attempt. Okay, stream overran a little bit longer than I intended, but it's fine. I had fun today. Well, if any of you are still tuned in or have been watching so far, I think it's great to have you guys here. Hopefully you'll be able to tune in again maybe tomorrow or the next day. Same time again, more Elden Ring. And next time we'll probably be covering Patch's Quest, or rather starting Patch's Quest. And after that, explore like the Weeping Peninsula proper, and then Caelid, and then after all that is done, we'll hit up Stormvale. So that's the plan. If you'd like to see more, just subscribe and follow me for more. This is Megiddo signing off. Many thanks.